Good evening. God bless you all in Jesus' name. It is Tuesday, the 28th of September, 2021, and it's 6:18 p.m. Aussie time. And I want to share this article with everybody. Look what's now happening in New South Wales, Australia. Vee'd people will face prison for entering venues, New South Wales government warns. And this article came out today. You can see the date there. The New South Wales government has threatened jail time for Vee'd people who attempt to enter venues in breach of forthcoming public health orders, which will limit entry to Vee'd persons only. The warning comes somewhat ironically on the back of the government's announcement that from 1 December 2021, Vee'd people will have the same freedoms as those who are Vee'd. Warning to business owners. You see what it says? I'll read from down here. Has also warned businesses that they will be required to immediately report any instance of an Vee'd person attempting or gaining entry to police or face legal consequences. The government's new system will link the CBV status with QR code check-ins at venues across the state, such as shop, restaurants, bars and pubs, gyms and sporting and other entertainment venues. I'm not worried about the rest of those. I'm worried about the shops. You can't go and buy food. Ever expanding public health orders. You can read that. Businesses expected to police CV rules. Many businesses have expressed concerns about their role in policing the V passports, and in response, the minister says it's not all businesses' role to do so and to call the police on anyone who fails to use the QR check-in or who enters premises without being Vee'd. See? There have been cases where customers have become aggressive and assaulted staff. It's only natural that businesses fear that problems will escalate when pubs, cafes, hairdressers and other venues are allowed to reopen fully to Vee'd customers. Look at that. Suspects face court in one recent incident. A couple were charged with assault after an altercation with a business owner who asked them to leave when they refused to check in. In another case, a woman was charged with 5 counts of failing to comply with an electronic registration directive after she was given a permit to travel from Sydney to Byron Bay for work, but failed to check in at the venues she visited on the way. She's due to face court in October, failing to comply with a public health order. The prospects of prison time for failing to comply with a public health order are nothing new. Section 10 of the Public Health Act provides that a person without reasonable excuse fails to comply with a public health order faces a maximum penalty of 6 months in prison and or a fine of 100 penalty units, which is currently $11,000. Any continued failure to comply is punishable by a fine of 50 penalty units or $5,500 for each day the offence continues. Wow. The maximum penalty for companies is 500 penalty units or $55,000 and 250 penalty units or $27,500 for each day the offence continues. Wow. However, authorised officers, including police officers, currently have the option of issuing those suspected of breaching public health orders with penalty infringement notices. In other words, an on-the-spot fine. These fines range from $500 to $5,000 depending on the nature of the suspected offence. And they're talking about France, following the French model. So That's what's going on here in New South Wales, Australia. Anyone still on the fence about this being the mark of the beast? Or that this is for your health to keep you and everyone else safe? You better think again, and you better get right with Jesus. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you all. Don't fear them, only fear God. God bless you all. Have a nice night.